Your plans failed, someone betrayed you, the job disappeared, the diagnosis arrived, the thing you feared happened. And now you're standing in the rubble, confused, hurt, overwhelmed. You whisper, "What now?" That's where the Stoics come in. They didn't offer shallow comfort, they offered an unbreakable framework, a way to respond when everything falls apart. In this video, we'll walk through the Stoic Emergency Manual, a battle-tested mindset for staying calm, focused, and resilient when life turns upside down. Because as the Stoics taught, you can't always control the event, but you can always control your response. 1. Acknowledge what has happened, without panic. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Objective judgment now at this very moment. Unselfish action now at this very moment. Willing acceptance now at this very moment of all external events." This is the first step. See things clearly, strip the story. Name the facts. Not, "Why does this always happen to me? This is a disaster, I can't go on, everything is ruined." But instead, "This happened. I didn't choose it. But I get to choose what I do next." Pain is real, loss is real, but so is your ability to see the situation without distortion. That's your first lifeline: clarity. Accept what you cannot control. Epictetus taught, "Some things are up to us and some things are not." He meant, you don't control other people, you don't control outcomes, you don't control the past. And resisting these truths only multiplies your suffering. Ask, what part of this is mine, what part isn't? Then focus like a laser on what is yours, your response, your effort, your integrity, your next small step. This distinction is how Stoics stay calm in chaos. They don't waste energy on what's lost, they invest it in what remains. Anchor yourself to virtue, not emotion. In emotional storms, people lose themselves, they lash out, they despair, they collapse into fear, bitterness, and blame. The Stoics refused. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." When the world breaks, your values become your compass. Ask, what virtue does this moment require? Can I still act with courage even while afraid? Can I still be just, even while hurting? This is not denial, this is self-command. You are allowed to cry and still show up. You are allowed to grieve and still act with honor. That's the Stoic way. Use Premeditatio Malorum to reclaim power. Stoics practice something called Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of misfortunes. They imagined loss, betrayal, failure, before it happened. So when it did, they were mentally ready. Ask, what's the worst-case scenario from here? If that happened, how would I respond with strength? This turns fear into a plan. When you visualize the worst and mentally rehearse your resilience, you begin to reclaim control. As Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Take back the present moment. Pain pulls you into the past. Fear drags you into the future. The Stoics pull you back to the present. Marcus Aurelius, confine yourself to the present. This moment, right now, is where you live. Ask, what small action can I take right now? What's the next right thing? Even if it's making your bed, writing one sentence, taking one deep breath, or sending one email. Don't underestimate these. Small deliberate actions build forward momentum, even in the ashes. Use the obstacle as the way. This might be the most famous Stoic principle. The obstacle is the way. Marcus Aurelius. He didn't mean obstacles are easy. He meant they are opportunities. Every difficulty is a doorway to growth, self-awareness, strength, and wisdom. Ask, what can I learn from this? How can this shape me, not just hurt me? What would a stronger version of me do now? Lean into discipline, not emotion. In chaos, discipline is power. You don't need to feel okay to act with integrity. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we are given a short life, but we make it short by wasting time." Right now, discipline is your friend. Even if it's eating one nourishing meal, avoiding escapism, getting sunlight, or sticking to your sleep routine, emotion wavers. Discipline saves. Because when you stick to your values, even when life hurts, you build true self-respect. Reflect, don't ruminate. There's a difference. Rumination is spinning in circles. Why me? I should have known. This shouldn't have happened. Reflection is constructive. What happened? What was in my control? What can I do differently now? Epictetus reminded us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. 9. Ask better questions. Low-quality questions lead to low-quality lives. Instead of, why does this always happen to me? Try, what is life trying to teach me through this? Instead of, what if everything goes wrong again? Ask, what would a courageous response look like today? The questions you ask shape your identity. Ask ones that return you to strength, not shame. 10. Don't isolate, but choose your company wisely. The Stoics valued independence, but not isolation. Seneca wrote, associate with those who will make a better man of you. When life falls apart, you need people who remind you of your strength, reflect your values, sit with you in silence, and don't feed your drama. Surround yourself with voices of reason, not panic. With people who hold space, not your past. And if you don't have those people, be one. For yourself. What to avoid when everything falls apart. The Stoics warned about certain traps, especially in hard times. Self-pity, it feels good but it solves nothing. Blame, even if they were wrong, it's wasted energy. Revenge. As Marcus said, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Escapism, numbing now, only increases pain later. Remember, your character is on display in difficulty. Be the kind of person that future you will respect, not regret. 5 Stoic prompts for hard moments. What is mine to control right now? What virtue can I practice, even now? How can I turn this obstacle into strength? What would a wise person do next? If this was happening for me, not to me, what would I see? Use these daily. Let them guide you from fear, back to freedom. What the Stoics would say to you right now. If you could sit with Seneca in your pain, he wouldn't dismiss you. He'd say, you have survived many storms. This one will pass too. But who will you be when it does? Marcus Aurelius would say, you were made for this. You have strength you've never met. Let this reveal it. Epictetus would say, circumstances do not make the man. They reveal him to himself. Final thoughts. You're not broken. You're being built. When life falls apart, it's easy to think, I've failed. This is the end. I'm not strong enough. But the Stoics remind you, this is a test. This is a forge. This is your moment. Not to pretend everything is fine, but to prove that you are stronger than chaos. So breathe, return to reason, act with virtue, and keep walking. Because even now, especially now, you are still